We cannot and we will not return to where we were. People are being rude. What do we need to do to feel more flexible, to feel more safe, to be open to flow? Hello, my name is Lucy Davis and welcome back to my YouTube channel. What a week we have had. We've had a week in April and my goodness, has it been fast-paced? Has it been manic? I mean, people are having manic episodes in so many different ways at the moment. It is really, really intriguing, and it is because we have got the eclipse and we have got new moon on the 8th of April, which is a buzzing, making all of our cells buzz at a rate that we are not used to. I did warn you, ladies and gents, in the April energy update that this month was going to be fast. It was going to be furious. It was going to be feisty. And my goodness gracious me, has that occurred? Now, there is many different reasons for that, but one being good old Mercury retrograde. People are being pig-headed. People are being rude. People are allowing all of their wounds to come up, and they are, really taking it out on people with words. Now, it's very important that we recognize this behavior and we allow them to go and do whatever it is that they need to do, but we step back. And my goodness, it's very challenging under the energies of the eclipse and the new moon. So I get it, you guys, I get it. I get what you are going through. I understand what you are feeling. However, please hang on in there. We will be out of retrograde in 2 weeks' time. So we're a third of the way through. And these really buoyant energies that we're stepping into, although they're going to continue, and we are going to be in these really profound energies for anywhere up to the next 12 months. But that said, there are going to be peaks and troughs, as there always is. But with on the other side of that, because that all sounds pretty negative and heavy going, on the other side of that, we are creating, we are manifesting, we are bringing things in at a much quicker rate than we ever have done before. So, as always, there is complete polarity in these situations. So before I go any further, ladies and gents, a number of you reach out to me and you say, how do I find out about Soul School for Kids? How do I find out about Soul School Local? The best way to do this is my newsletter. I send you one email a week, and that is on a Tuesday evening around 7 p.m. UK time. It goes straight into your inbox. I very rarely send any more emails than that unless there is something that is very important to communicate with you. And of course, if you're not on my programs, because obviously you get more emails with that. But if you are on my mailing list, you will only get one email a week. If you click into the email and actually go through, you will be able to find out all the information on the events, all of the information as to where you will be able to find me, all of the information on, you name it, everything. So that is the best place to hang out with me every single week. You get a personal statement. I basically give you an update as to where we are, what's going on, how things are feeling, the energies are moving in particular ways. I share videos that I've done. I share, profound insights, and obviously about the events and some of the things that I suggest and the things that I use in my life. So it's a really great place to hang out, and you can do that. Go to the description field below this video and you can click on the weekly Woo link, and that is how you can find me. Likewise, you can follow me on any of the social media channels, and I do live videos, I do posts, you name it. I'm quite there on social media. If you guys fancy hanging out, that is the best way to find me. Anyway, we are here today talking about new moon, which is April the 8th, which is my nephew's birthday. So Josh, if you are watching this, I love you very much, and happy birthday, gorgeous. So when I started channeling the information for the new moon on the 8th of April, the information that I got, obviously because there is the eclipse energies as well, is light activations are go. Now, you guys know I've been wandering the world for many years, creating activations and bringing in the light for this now moment that we are currently living through. So when I got this message, it was like, oh, this is quite exciting. It really does make me get extremely excited when these things happen. Now, what they were showing me is like glaring, blazing sun. It is going to almost blind us, but I don't mean physically. I mean, like hit our body with so much energy and so much power that we have no alternative but for ourselves to vibrate at such a beautiful rate and really come back online. Now, what's going to happen off the back of this is consciousness is going to shift. We cannot and we will not return to where we were. It's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. It is all systems go, ladies and gents. We are speeding up more so than ever. Now, I managed your expectations around this in the the April energy update. So please, if you haven't watched that, go back and watch the April energy update, because these are so close together. They are very, very intrinsically linked, and I've tried my best to keep them separate. So this is the deciding path of the future. We are literally at the starting line, if you like, for the future. I truly believe that the world split has taken place. So we've got a higher level of consciousness and a lower level of consciousness, and we're going to coexist in that world. But I truly believe that we are at the starting point now, and it is time that we embrace the destiny that has been created for us from our co-creative energies. So our collective consciousness that we have been creating. So if there are lots of people out there that are living in doom and gloom and drama and hurt and pain and fear, that is going to be the environment that some people will live in. If, like myself, you are working on your boundaries and you are living in a space of love and you are doing your absolute utmost 90% of the time, 95% of the time, to stay in the balanced energies of where you feel more comfortable, either the feminine or the masculine energies, then this is what you are going to be co-creating. And we are basically finding our bubbles. We're basically finding our communities of people who align to the way that we think, we speak, we feel, and we act. This is why relationships are fading away very, very frequently right now. If they are not aligned to you, if people are not aligned to you, whether that is a friendship, an intimate relationship, a business partnership, any of that stuff, if it's not aligned, then they will start to dissipate and they will start to take a step back. On the other hand, though, relationships that are on the like are aligned, they are moving extremely quickly. They are growing like we have never, ever, ever grown before. And we are living in a really beautiful space of connected love, peace, and harmony. Now, when I say peace and harmony, I don't mean it's going to be rosy and hunky-dory every single day, because of the shifts that are taking place, because of the healing that is taking place. Of course, there is going to be challenges. Of course, we are going to be sitting down with people and saying, hang on a minute, this doesn't quite feel right, or I don't like the way you speak to me in that way, or please, you don't need to speak to me quite so aggressively. Any of these mannerisms, any of this stuff is coming up for healing. It does not mean it's going to be just a beautiful ease and grace way all the way through. With this energy, we are going to be seeing quantum leaps in evolution. It is supercharged for us to ascend. It is supercharged for us to recognize who we are at our core, who the real person is behind the mask that we've been wearing, exactly like I said in the April energy update. We have got powerful activations that are coming in and that are taking place within every single vessel of the humans of the human variety. They've just given me human variety. So please do be expecting to feel intensity at a whole new level. We have energies that are extremely profound, that are extremely connecting, that are taking us to a level, because we cannot, like I said at the beginning of this video, we cannot return to where we started. We have moved past the point of no return now, and we are growing, and we are experiencing, and we are expecting so much more, and we are believing. We are believing that this is a potentiality for all of us now. There is so much more belief, as we're seeing the financial systems start to show their true colors, and the governments and things like that. Like, I'm having conversations with people that I never thought that I would have. And it's such a beautiful period of time, because we as a race are ascending. We are saying, this doesn't wash anymore. I don't like the way this feels anymore. So I'm going to be stepping forwards. Now, there is a deeper connection than we've ever had previously on Earth to Source. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that we have this beautiful pillar of light coming into each and every one of us that is reminding us of the path of our intended incarnation. So let's say, for example, you incarnated to be somebody who was going to help the children on a massive scale, and maybe you are working in McDonald's or something like that, one of those kind of environments that perhaps aren't looking after the well-being of children and aren't perhaps supporting them in the best of their ability. You will be nudged out of that in one way, shape, or form, whether that means you get made redundant, whether that means you get an opportunity or whatever. You will be being nudged right now towards the path of your intended incarnation. Now, I love the way that they gave that to me. Normally, I'd be like, to your purpose, but it's the path of intended incarnation. I love it so much. So trust, expect there to be endings, expect there to be new beginnings. Expect there to be opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, to the worldwide stage, and everybody in and around it. We are going to see endings, or we are going to see terminations of people, like prevalent people on the global stage. Now, when I asked for more details on this, they gave me politics, governments, and royals. So they're the three areas, and I'm just getting now financial industries as well. So we might start to see some CEOs stepping down, or we might start to see the royal families around the world having issues or disbanding further. It may be that we have our leaders, whether that's a prime minister or president, stepping down. So just be very aware that there is going to be a lot of shifting in and around this energy. And I do feel very drawn to the men at the moment. Now, I'm not talking the divine masculine energy because that's within all of us, but I'm talking about the men. I am feeling a real surge in healing where the men are concerned with regards to their mother wound. So if men have unresolved mother wounds, which let's be real, most people have, they're coming up because of the divine feminine energy surge that has been unlocked by some of the work that I've been doing and the work that many other people around the world have been doing. So we've got this new surge of energy that's going to bring us back into harmony, bring us back into balance. But of course, that is knocking the men off their feet because now they have to heal the mother wounds, which is something that they have been avoiding and hiding from, which has made them embody this alpha male energy. Okay, so if you've got any men around you that you love and you care about, just recognize that right now it's probably going to be quite an interesting period of time for them. That said, it does not mean you need to take abuse. Stand in your boundaries. Boundaries are a big thread through this eclipse. So just bear that in mind. So slight nudges from the universe are going to lead to catastrophic changes. So you may just be getting a tiny little whisper in your ear about doing something. And if you are brave enough to do that thing, catastrophic changes are going to take place in your life. We are on the up and nothing is going to get in our way. Nothing at all. We are on the up. We are on, we are on the march. That's the word that I've just got. We are on the march, Lucy. We're on the march. Now, there is communication breakdown taking place at the moment on many different levels. There is anger stemming from people that are not getting their own way. And what I'm realizing with this is people are being very abusive because we are in Mercury retrograde, which is all about technology. So people are using technology to, air their views. People are allowing the communication issues and reciprocal communication to create anger within, and they stamp their feet. And again, this is the mother wound coming in. I'm not being seen. I'm not being heard. Allow me to go out and speak poorly, or allow me to get angry, and allow me to perpetuate this cycle. This is all Mercury retrograde. But I do like to say, I believe Mercury retrograde is all about choice. I don't believe these energies have to impact your life, but if they do, it's about the response that you give. Allow them to have that. It doesn't mean you need to respond in the same way. Mental health issues are surfacing and perpetuating if you are not getting to the root cause of your trauma right now. So let's say, for example, you've had depression in the past or something like that. If you are not recognizing that you need to do the work on yourself and you need to get to the root cause of it, then it is going to continue. It is going to spiral out of control. Likewise, anxiety, likewise, any of the, the other labels, the ADHDs, the autism, that kind of thing. Please recognize right now we are being given a window of opportunity to heal, and people are behaving very poorly because their mental health issues are coming up and they think that they're okay. They feel that they that they don't need to look at themselves or work on themselves, and it's just easier to attack. It's always easier to attack than actually own the fact that perhaps you're insecure or you've got something going on or whatever, and however that shows up in your life. So new moon is always a very, very powerful period for new intentions. And obviously with this eclipse energy, it is even more, it's like supercharging. It's like plugging us into a much higher voltage than what we should be plugged into. That is what is open an opportunity for us right now. We must speak our intentions into existence in a positive way. A lot of people will actually come from lack when they're setting intentions, so actually it just perpetuates more lack. So we must be focusing on giving the universe, giving God, allowing, like, whatever it is, source, whatever it is that you believe in, giving them the most pure language and the most pure feeling and the most pure belief so that they can create in a positive way. There is no opportunity but to create peace, but to create whatever it is that you are looking for. Transformation, transformation, transformation. Massive period of transformation under these energies. I mean, you only need to look at the numbers around these very, very powerful energetic situations to know that there is nothing but transformation that can come out of this situation. Transformation energies come from change. So it's stepping into what you love. Step into the powerful energy of the future. Keep things aligned to your passion and your happiness. What makes you happy? What makes you feel passionate? What makes you want to live in the moment? What do we need to do to feel more flexible, to feel more safe, to be open to flow? Now, this is the divine feminine energy coming in. And as I say, that is coming in like a tidal wave right now, like a waterfall. They're showing me the divine feminine is really allowing things to be washed off of us, things to be brought to the surface, deep, deep cleansing. There is a massive surge of spiritual awakening taking place. And this is coming off the back of so many people deciding it is time for change. It's our time to live what we believe. It's our time to have the conversations. It's our time to love on that element of our journey, which we have been avoiding for so long: the vulnerability, the truth, the passion, the honesty, the connection, the communication, the clear communication, the clarity. Waves and waves more of people will be getting connected to this energy. We are going to be lured away by little carrots being dangled here, there, and everywhere. But it's down to us as to what we choose. Now, leadership is a massively changing environment right now. Like I said earlier, there are going to be some changes. There are going to be some endings in the global stage in politics and governments. So what I'm seeing is leadership is such a transformational energy right now, because what's happening is new communities are coming together, and by default, certain energies are stepping up and showing that they are the leaders, and other people are kind of like nominating them, whether they want it or not, to be that leader, to step it forwards. Now, it seems to be the people that aren't necessarily looking for the leadership that are being chosen for the leadership right now. And this is very interesting. This is the warriors stepping up. This is the warrior energy allowing us to fly through our heart and basically perpetuate at a much higher pace is what I meant. So by default of the passion, by default of the energy that's being stimulated from the heart, people are gravitating towards others and they're saying, this person would make a great leader for us. This person would make a great spokesperson. This person can remain in their heart, but they're still very passionate and they can get the point across. Like, we need more leaders like those. And by default, these people are being nudged up into a leadership role, like I say, whether they want it or not. And, you know, most people, if they get kind of like nurtured into that role, they don't know how to say no because they have the belief of so many people around them. So it's a very interesting energy right now. They will end up enjoying that role, is I guess what I'm trying to say here. Inspiration is flowing, creativity juices are coming online so much more than they ever have done before. We are going to be flowing with ideas and opportunities and this creative flow, which is the divine feminine. Once again, we are allowing this creative energy to start to carve out what we are looking for in our future. With this comes a surge of confidence. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there is a massive population of people on the planet right now who we could really do with stepping up into their confidence. The leaders of the future, the ones that sit at the back at the moment because they've been told not to speak and be quiet and don't use this word and don't say it that way because for fear of offending a subset of people. But the confidence is growing. There's a real energy of like an undercurrent right now of people going, you know what, I'm going to speak up. You know what, I'm going to do this. And this is because truth, justice, and honesty have been sped up. Those emotions, those feelings, which is why you're finding people saying things and going, "Oh God, did I really mean to say that?" And also, you know, people are rooting for the cause much more now than they ever have done. Be aware, be conscious, expect very loud and proud shouts from the rooftops for the energies that are running through the divinity of everyone's purpose. Like I say, expect loud and proud shouts. People want to be heard. People are getting on the rooftop so that their voice is heard at a much further distance. Everybody's purpose is coming online, like I said earlier. Everybody's creative juices are coming on because we are at the point now where we are creating the new. We are done with the old. Now is the time to trust more than you have ever trusted. Discernment and surrender are required if we are choosing to go forwards. Surrender is something that a lot of people are finding challenging right now. Trust is not an easy thing for people. I trust people until they let me down. I trust people until they lie to me. I trust people until things don't kind of add up, the dots don't connect. Doesn't make sense. Healing is happening at a much quicker rate. Victim consciousness is being brought to the surface. Victim consciousness is something that we literally cannot step forwards with. If you go back to the the April energy that I put out a week or more ago, you will remember that I spoke about victim consciousness. It has to stop. Now I'm doing a healing hangs on the 24th of April, going over the victim consciousness. Now, healing hangs basically are a couple of hours event. They start at 7 p.m. UK time and run till 9 p.m. I record it only for the people that have bought a ticket and they get a copy of it within about an hour or two after the event has finished by the time I've uploaded it and downloaded it. Now, what we do is we basically bring the energies of the group together and we go on a journey to actually acknowledge where our victim consciousness in this instance is being held. And then we go on a process to release that from our physical beings, from our cells. And basically leave the armor at the door. We cannot go forwards with the armor. So this is a very, very, very important healing hangs that is taking place on 24/4/24, of course. Abandonment wounds are coming up in a very big way right now to be healed. Again, this is kind of linking back to the mother wound. Obviously, abandonment wounds can come from mother or father wounds, but it's very much abandonment right now. There are so many people that have felt abandoned because they were told to be seen and not heard. They were, they felt that their parents' divorce was me or that person being abandoned. Likewise, when relationships have broken down, or maybe when their mother was an alcoholic, like they've got an abandonment wound because their mum would go to the pub and leave them at home. So all of this is being surfaced right now to be healed. And this is to do with the deep energies hitting the earth. This is to do with this surge of divine feminine energy that is really, really, what's the word that I'm looking for? Creating this uncomfortable feeling within everybody that people are trying to avoid. We've all got these wounds to be healed, and it is now time with these energies that are helping us actually heal them very, very quickly. I would suggest that 99.9% of the population has an abandonment wound that is on the inside that is requiring of healing right now. And we are going to find our gifts through the healing of these energies. So it's very important that we do actually take this serious, and we do actually trust the fact that this is, a big piece of the puzzle for us right now. Obviously, off the back of becoming aware of where our wounds are and aware of our victim consciousness and aware of other things that are going on that I've already spoken about in this video, we're going to be mastering self. Self-mastery is a massive surge of energy through the rest of the month of April, and self-discovery. So this is personal development, or I like to call it self-development, or, really recognizing, right, what is it that is creating this feeling within me? Okay, right, do I want to live with this going forwards? The answer is no, so I'm going to change it. Self-love is very, very important. Self-love is what gives us our awakening journey. Self-love is what helps us get connected to the animals, to ourselves, to our children, to our loved ones. Self-love is what helps us navigate the healing of every physicality, disruption that we have in our being. Remember, you get to choose how these energies navigate you. You can let it empower you, or you can allow it to hold you back. You can allow people to be rude to you, or you can put boundaries in place. You can allow it to take control of you, or you can say, hey, I'm going to sit with this and allow this to flow. Creative energy is much more available for people to step into. Do you want to? Everyone is creating the lives with the way that they are living, with the way that they are thinking, and the way that they are acting right now. Coming together as a unified front rather than bitching and backstabbing and poking the bear, this is what's going to keep us divided. And that's why people have the noises in their head speaking at the moment. We must recognize that we can either come together and, I'm the person, and I see a lot of memes about this at the moment. I'm a person, if I watch a video and I don't like it, I don't comment. I don't go and put the person down or call them out or name or shame them. I just go, that's not for me. Like, that's the energy we should be stepping into. We're not all here to be the same cardboard cutouts of each other. If you are having a hissy fit and naming and shaming, you've got to ask yourself the question, what are you not getting your own way on? Get a grip. Pull yourself together, and enough is enough. It's not sensible to be behaving this way. All you are doing is making yourself and holding yourself. You're making yourself look weak, and you're holding yourself back. Coming together is the only way that we are going to shift this mama into the land that we want it to be. Now, Mother Nature is providing all for us to lean into right now and create from. Are you listening? Are you feeling? Are you embracing? They are my questions to you. Are you literally listening to the birds? Are you listening to the calls of the ocean? Are you listening to the trees? Are you listening to the winds? Are you listening to the noise that the soils make when it's in your hands? Are you feeling it? Are you embracing everything that we have as an opportunity for us? Love, laughter, and joy are the way that our lives must go from here. We have stepped into the heart-driven, the feeling, the heart way. We are not in the head And because we're not getting our own way, being bitching and backstabbing and all of those things, now is the time to rise up and live in love, laughter, joy, and peace. So, ladies and gents, now is the time where you may want to go and pause the video, quickly go and grab a pen and a piece of paper, and we will do a cheeky little exercise for the new moon and the eclipse energies. Okay, so as always, the first thing that we need to do is remove any stagnant energy from around our energy field. So whatever your smudging tool of choice is, please just blitz your energy field and say, please remove anything that no longer serves me from my energy field. I am ready to step forwards. I am ready to embrace the energies under this new moon. The second phase is to go round your space. Please remove any stagnant energy that no longer serves me. Please bring in the energies for my greatest good. Now, step number 3, please set up a space where you can do a 15-minute meditation. If you want to listen to something on solfeggios, go for something heart-based, so a heart or a love meditative music, or find something with Milan. You know how much I love that lady. So yeah, please go for something like that. Set up your space. You might want crystals, you might want candles, you might want essential oils, whatever going on. Like I tend to move all my plants close to me these days when I do this as well. So like you set your space up, and then sit or lay down for 15 minutes and really focus on what is it that I am choosing for my life. And what I would like you to do is I would like you to write 5, when you come out of the meditation, I would like you to write 5 manifestations for now to 6 months, 5 manifestations between now and 12 months, and another 5 manifestations between now and 18 months. So 15 in total. They can start small, they can be big, whatever, but basically we want 5, 5, and 5, 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months. What does that look like to you? How does that feel to you? What are you choosing for you? Once that is done, fold up your piece of paper, put it under your favorite crystal, and allow it to immerse in the energies of this new moon and the eclipse. And by all means, go and read it as many times as you like and really bring that in to you. And let's start co-creating. Any doubts that you have, tell them to jog on, call your ego out, and let's create this world that we have been searching for. Ladies and gents, thanks for watching. Please do share this video with anybody that you feel may enjoy it. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Lots of love, guys. Take care.